Tempus here. Hello and welcome to part 2 of this week's weekly. In the first part we talked about stats in World of Warcraft, and now we're going to explain the basics of stats in Rift. In Rift you have 9 main attributes: strength, wisdom, intelligence, dexterity, endurance, and armor, toughness, valor, and vengeance. Strength increases your attack power, physical crit, block, and parry chance. This stat is best for tanks and melee DPS. Wisdom increases your spell power and mana regeneration, making it best for healers. Intelligence increases spell power, spell crit, and maximum mana, making it the best for mages and mana using casters. Dexterity will increase your attack power, physical crit, and dodge chance, making it best for rogues. Endurance increases how much health you have. Armor reduces the physical damage you take. Toughness reduces the damage you take from NPC crits, making it very useful as a tank in high-level content. Note that this has 0 effect in PvP and only affects non-player character damage. Valor reduces the damage that you take from other players, but not from non-players, so think of it as the PvP version of toughness. Vengeance. Now this is another PvP only stat. It makes you do more damage or healing to other players. Rift has a large amount of element-based damage, making resistance quite useful, particularly at the higher levels. A tank would actually need to have gear orientated towards getting different resistances. The trouble with these stats, though, is just that they are so very specific, so you actually need to know what kind of resistance you will need ahead of time. What resistance you use depends on the kind of damage in the fight. If there's a lot of water damage, you might use water resistance, but if there's a lot of life damage, then you want life resist, because water resistance would do you no good. Melee and ranged physical damage rely on attack power. Attack power increases the damage of your physical abilities, so if you do physical damage, you want this stat. Physical crit. This is your chance to crit with weapons, so basically your physical damage crit chance. Hit reduces your chance to miss with physical attacks. Again, you only want this stat if you deal damage with physical attacks. This is very useful at higher levels. Dodge is your chance to voodoo shuffle out a Doemon, and tanks will want this stat. Parry increases your chance to stop them from physically hitting you, again reducing the damage you take, so you want this stat as a tank. Block is your chance to block physical attacks. Again, this is something for tanks. Now if you're a caster, then you care about spell stats, which are spell power, spell crit, and focus. Spell power increases the damage and healing that your abilities do, so if you're a caster or healer, you want spell power. Spell crit. This is your chance to critically hit with spells, good for mana using DPS. Focus. Now focus is sort of the spellcaster's version of hit, in that the more you have of it, the lower the chance of enemies resisting your spells. This is very useful at higher levels. That's all for this Tempus Weekly, so be sure to subscribe by clicking on the button in the video to be notified of any new videos. Good luck and have fun.